to add myself to the stage. Hey, there I am. Hi, everybody. There I am. Look at this. It's Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard of Test Automation, AI-driven automation. And we're going to spend the next hour. And anyone who sees this, please come on and join, because I'm going to be asking for some questions for anyone who wants to join in over here. I am also going to get us a presentation of one of our screens. I'm going to see if I can do a screen. We're going to go present. We're going to go present, share a screen, and I want to share an entire screen up here. And the screen I'm sharing is going to be, I believe, screen 2. So I'm going to share that up there. And let's see if we can see that. I'm going to switch over to this one over here. We're not getting much of anything. It doesn't matter because nobody's watching it at the moment. But there we go. We have this listed over here. So this is kind of a last minute thing. I am going to be showing you how to do test automation without any code and without a page object model. Now, the only problem that I have right now is there ain't nobody looking or checking it out to see what is going on. And I need to get some eyeballs out there. I mean, it's lunchtime. Come on, guys. Got about, 45 minutes or something left to do something entertaining. So I am going to be seeing if I can get a hold of anybody out there. Let's see if I can get a hold of some of my friends on Facebook or LinkedIn. Let's see if we have Facebook. I'm going to go. I think I will take this off for the moment, and we'll go back to full screen for the moment. Oh, I got one eyeball. Okay, we have one eyeball. I'm going to add this back over to the stage over here. And hello, I'm going to say, if you can post, whoever is watching me, I see one eyeball. Thank you very much for watching this. Where are you watching from? And if you're interested, I'm going to ask maybe for a URL, a live URL from you. So I'm going to put this thing of here, if you can see my message. And it is misspelling, so I'm going to go here. Where are you watching from? I'm putting that up there from the Dark Arts Wizard. I have two eyeballs. Oh, well, that's just enough to get started over here. So I put that out there to see where you're watching from. I want to take a look and see who's going. And what we're going to do right now is I am going to show you, since two people's eyeballs showed up to kind of watch all this crazy stuff at the last minute, I'm going to show you how to do test automation as fast as possible. And if you have a website, I will invite you to do the Candy Mapper challenge. That is basically going, if you have an automation tool, please, you try to do the automation to the Candy Mapper challenge as fast as possible. Now, this is not the Candy Mapper challenge. This is just me going over to Best Buy. So I've got this website over at Best Buy, and I want to go and let's say, we'll populate some stuff over here. So I'm going to go say, here's my Best Buy website. I'm going to go and put my website in here. And I'm going to say, I don't want to do any generative AI. I just want to go and create a test. One person I've lost an eyeball. Oh my gosh. I thought this was entertaining just to start off with, but okay. I'm going to go and add a test case over here. And we're going to see about how easy it is to automate Best Buy. If you have a website you would like me to try to hit and entertain you with, please let me know in the chat if you can see a chat. I've already posted out there where you're watching from. And if you see a chat, please drop me a line. If you find it on someplace else, if you see me on LinkedIn, if you see it on YouTube, put a chat up there. All right, here we go. I want to automate Best Buy. And what I want to do is I want to go search for something. What do you think? TV sounds good. I'm going to go look for a TV. So I'm going to go enter a TV in here. This looks like some good TVs. I'm going to go over here and say enter, quote, TV into find. I think it was find up there. I'm going to take a look at this. It said find, I believe, is what was in there. What can we help you find today? And I'm going to go and say add and run. Now, over here, the test details have shown that I have the Best Buy over here, and I have a test case. It is running up in the cloud and is opening up over here. You can see that I just put in one line. Now, remember, there is 5 things that automation can do to cover about 80% of what you want to do. That's navigation, all right? Navigation to a website. 2, population, entering data into a field. 3, clicking a button. 4, selecting an item from a list. And 5, validating something. Well, we've just done the first thing, which is we did navigate over to Best Buy, and I entered in TV into Find. Look at that. It put TV in there. Great. Now, this is not an automation script. My one eyeball who's watching me, that obviously is just one navigation over there. And I don't want just navigation. I want to select. I want to select one. So I'm going to click on, let's go get, let's see, there's a TV mount. Let's see what we have when we type this in here. I typed in TV, and I'm going to go hit enter on this so I can go and complete it. I'm going to use the quick edit over here, and I'm just going to say enter, and see what we get. Misspelling it. That's going to slow me down. Going to enter that in there. I got one eyeball sitting there looking at me. And still no responses of where you're watching me from, or even giving me a URL to go and try and see if you can automate, because Best Buy is pretty easy over there. I'm going to jump back over to Best Buy, and when we put in TV, what do we get? We're going to get some of these things over here. I might want to, this is where it's near me, but I'm not sure if this is going to be the same stuff I'll see over here. So let's take a look and see what we get. We've got TV enters. I want to verify that we are getting a 48-hour flash sale. So let's go do that. I'm going to go and validate that. And I'm going to say, quick edit over here. How can we do it in plain English? One eyeball. Check page contains 48-hour flash sale. We'll put that in there, and I will spell it correctly. And let's see, we're going to update and test that over here. One other things you can do is you can also set up a recorder to actually record and go through the steps on that. I think that's honestly, it's a little bit of cheating, but let's take a look at this. I got check boxes over here. I can check. If I can see those check boxes on this side, I am going to go over and check box that. Let's see. We are looking at, I've got a new tab over here, waiting over here. Here's a cool thing, testing daily. I take a look at all of the stuff that comes up. This is a Chrome extension that I use, and it is from the same guys who make Selectors Hub. So have a shout out to Sanjay over there. All right, we have still one eyeball, just one eyeball looking for automation. Well, I appreciate you hanging out here with me. I'm going to take a look and see what we've got going on over here. We done the enter, and I'm going to tell you it's going to fail. I know for a fact it's going to fail because this is an image. There isn't anything that says 48-hour, or maybe I'm just missing the dash that's in there. So I was correct. It says there is nothing in there. There's an info. It says, hey, we're looking for 48-hour flash sale, and it doesn't see it. So I'm going to use AI. We're going to use AI. First of all, I'm going to put the dash in here like that. And second, I'm going to go say check page, and we're going to change this to contains 48-hour flash sale using AI. And I'm going to validate and save that for a moment because I actually want this to go a little bit faster. I'm going to go over to my speed optimizations, change this down to 5 seconds. I'm going to go save that, and we'll be right back into our test case over here, and we're going to go and run this. Now, basically, this ran for 52 seconds, and it failed because there was a 30 seconds waiting for something to occur, to come up, and say 48-hour flash sale. There wasn't a dash in there. So, oh, you know what? It's supposed to be on the front page. You know what? I'm at the wrong thing. It's still going to fail. So I'm going to cancel this test, and we're going to quickly reorganize this. I'm going to take this and put it up here before I go searching for it because it's on the main page. And I'm going to update and retest. Still got one eyeball out there. Whoever you are, come on, be friendly. Put out there and say hi. Hi to Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. Because I really feel like No, one eyeball. I don't know you personally. Maybe I do, but be friendly. Say hello. All right, so we're going to go and check and see if the page contains 48-hour flash sale using AI, and then it's going to enter a TV in there, and it's going to click on find and enter. I'm going to start taking a look at what the next thing I could do if I put in enter for TV in here. See if there's I could type TV in here, and then I could actually interact with one of these guys. I could click on TV mount and see what I get. These look like interesting mounts over here. I might do that next. And I'm really glad the one eyeball. I hope I'm entertaining you at least a little bit. By the way, if you're entertaining, look at this. This is a Joe bot. This is from the Test Guild. This is Joe Colantonio sent me a little squishy bot over there. And I love picking up really cool and interesting things while I am messing around. And one of them is like this little hand over here. Oh, I'll take that out of the way. We'll put that away and have a little fun while we go along. Hopefully I'm not bumping into my mic too much. Let's go take a look and see what's going on here. This is green. It is a pass. All right, one eyeball. I'm about to blow your mind. Check this out. This shows details over here. It says over here that we're looking for a TV, and I was looking for some extra info. This is going to blow your mind. It says the statement contains this is true because looking at the screenshot, I can clearly see a blue promotional banner with 48-hour flash sale prominently displayed in a large yellow. No, I can't believe that's actually there. I can't believe that. Let's go see. And it actually had it. It had it up there, 48-hour flash sale up there. By the way, this tool actually tries to be as effective and efficient as possible. My one little eyeball staring at out there. And that is, it contains a 48-hour flash sale. And it also did the enter the TV into find. We can see it up there. And we clicked on enter. And what do we get out of the end of that? The results for TVs. Well, I want to verify that the TV, we have a Class DU 9000. I think I like the Class DU 9000. Let's verify that that's out there. I am going to say check page contains. Now, this is a standard validation. Let's see, what did it say? I'm going to put this over here. We're going to go that DU, where it will get validate up there. And I'm going to say it is a DU 9000, class DU 9000. So we're going to go over here and say contains class DU. I'm going to make this lowercase because I want to make a point over here. DU 9000. One of the major things in test automation that is a problem is that you have to be so exact. But do you have to be so exact? And I'm going to go update and retest this over here. And when we do a validation like that, it is going to essentially go and find this element. But here's the cool thing. When you're building a framework, and the frameworks that I've built in my time, in the course of the last 25 years as a test automation architect, I try to make things as flexible as possible. And that means I want to get to the end of the test case, not sit there and die in the middle just because the case changed from lowercase to uppercase. Now, absolutely in this, you could make this be case sensitive. But also what I do is I will make it substring matches. That's right, my one eyeball. That's right. Hey, my one eyeball. You could share this link, pass it around, give a like, and throw it around a little bit. So, as I was saying, you can do a substring match, which means you don't have to have all of the text. You can see class DU 9000. The DU is lowercase, and class is just part of the text. But I want to make sure that it's there. We did have a validation over here, and it did take quite a few seconds over here to do the whole validation, and it's because it is AI. I want to remind you, AI is cool. AI is neat, but it does not have the speed yet. So maybe when we get quantum computing stuff online, we might be able to do that, but it does take a little bit more extra time. Now, I probably mistyped something. I'm going to go take a look at this and see if I have that. You know what? It's coming up with different random products. So it failed, but because there is no class DU 9000 that's on that. Look, it took about 17 seconds. That's because I changed that setting down to about 5. So it was looking around for a little while. So if I'm looking for these items, I'm going to take a look and see if I can validate that there are featured products. I'm going to go with featured products. That looks pretty good to me. There's featured products. It's actual text. So I am going to go and say, I want to verify that we have featured products. Now, to make this faster, I'm going to turn off that AI check over here just so we can get a little more speed. I think I kind of made my point to my one little eyeball out there that actually works. The AI works. And as I said, if you have a chat somewhere, and I'll say hello to my one eyeball follower. So let's see. And I'm putting hello to my follower. And if you don't know me, you can find me on YouTube. It is the Dark Arts Wizard, Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. Look at that. YouTube.com/Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard, which is kind of cool. And I'm going to say follower over here. And I'm sending it out saying hello. So if you're not seeing it over there, it means you're not looking on Twitch and you're not looking at it on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out a good means of communications to talk to people. Look at me. I've been sitting here for 17 minutes and we're chugging away. Look how quickly this executed. 22 seconds without the AI validation. And here it is. It said, check the page. Let me make this a little bigger for you. Can I make it any bigger? Featured products. Check page contains featured products. There's featured products right over there. No page object model, no CSS, no XPath. Tell your friends. Come on, man. Who's going to be sitting around coding all day? Who's got time for that? What's our next thing we want to do? Well, we definitely want to click on either the all flat screens, and this is a radio button, and this is a checkbox. Maybe we could do one or two of those checkboxes over there. I'm going to go over here and see. There's our checkbox. We're going to go and expand and inspect a little bit. I think I clicked on the button too much. We expected on the button. We're going to try that one more time. I want to go and take a look at this and inspect over here. Here's my inspector. If you don't know how inspectors work, you're learning today. This is a little button over here that I can sit there and click on. And we'll take a look at some of the items over here that we can interact with. We have this 32 inches and under. I like that. I'm going to go click on that. I want you to take a look over here. It does say in the text 32 inches and under, and it's actually being listed as an anchor. That's an anchor, my one little eyeball. That's not technically really a checkbox. Is it? No, but it should be. I'm going to go hit this checkbox over here. Look at this. That says it's an input, and this says it's a link, and we have 32 and under input on there. And that could be challenging to go and find 32 and under. But here's the cool thing. I've got 32 and under here on the ARIA label. I've got 32 and under in the ID. I believe I've got 32 and under on the text over here. And there's also 32 and under over here on this button. So I can click on that 32. Let's go. You don't believe me that I can click on that 32 and under, do you? All right. There's 5 different ways of doing it. Let's go see if we can create it. We're going to go and say click 32 inches and under. We'll put that in there, and we're going to go and look at this. I have to escape that. Okay, I escaped it. Let's go give it a retest. Oh, I really love doing this when it is on the fly because I don't know what the answer to this is going to be. I do know I have to escape that, and I'm hoping that this will very quickly go and change this. I'm going to go and change our sizing over here, and I'm going to click update and retest over there. All right, and we're going to give that a refresh right now. Now, where else can we go on this? What else can we do? I can go over and take a look. Oh, one other thing I tell you is that's really cool is that there are other tools. You don't have to hit the F12 to go and take a look at the elements on the screen over here. There's another way you can do this, and that is a tool over here called Selectors Hub Pro. So if you do Selectors Hub Pro, now if you're an automation engineer, my one little eyeball who's looking at me and not saying hello yet, because you're looking at some other stream, but I appreciate you hanging out here. The one little thing that I can do is that over here, if I want to get one of these elements, let's say I want to pick up, let's say this screen item here, I can right click on this and then go and say copy, and I can go and copy the elements like the full XPath. Let's go take a look at the XPath, the full XPath for that. That is the full XPath. Oh man, look at that. I'm going to go and zoom in a little bit more so we can see that. So I can see the whole thing. Excuse me. All right, we have the HTML, the eyeball, the body. This is the major problem with newbies who are working with XPaths, is that they have a div at a low index of 6 and another one at 2, and then these two at 1. And if any of this path changes, you'll never be able to find that particular item. But what you can do is you can do the exact same thing, but you can do it with Selectors Hub. And I have this, and I like this. This is got a bunch of different ways that you can go get this and take a look. The test rigger path with test rigger is the tool that I'm currently using, listed right there at the top. Take a look at that. It's saying all flat screen TVs. That's how you get it with test rigger. How do you get it with Playwright? Text equals all flat screens. 5 extra characters and some code. If you want a relative CSS selector, you could do it this way and then copy that. Then you could copy that in here. We could do a copy like this, copy the selector, and now let's go and see what that changes to. It becomes this, and we have a couple of characters that are being escaped up there. This is JavaScript, the JavaScript path. Over here, here's a link text. The link text is basically the same as test rigger, just needs the exact same thing. Plink. There's an absolute XPath, which is the exact same one that we had over here. I hope I'm not boring you, my one little eyeball. I appreciate you looking over here, because if I ever get bored, what I do is I start doing magic tricks. So if you get bored, then I start basically doing rope tricks and magic tricks and stuff like this. Note that there is no knot inside this string. Now, if I just wave my hand around a little bit and shake a little bit, we'll notice that there is a knot right in the middle of the string. That's not a knot. There's no knot there. Now, how did that knot get in there? Is because there's a hole. There's a hole in the ring and there's a hole in the string. Now, this is a ring. This is a string. Don't get that confused, okay? That's how we do it. All right. Anyway, we'll come back to the ring and string for a second, because I don't want to bore my little eyeball over there, because he's been or she's been hanging out and watching for all of 24 minutes. It can't be that entertaining. Am I that entertaining? Okay, so this is what I'm doing over here. I want to go and get the all flat screen TVs. All the flat screen TVs. All right, so I'm going to go back over here, and we're going to go and click on all flat screen. Let's go take a look at this. And I'm going to go and do a quick refresh over there, and we'll come back on that. Now, if we're going to go and get all flat TV screens, then what we also want to do is take a look at, look, there's the highlight. It's actually highlighting it around. This is a really cool extension. You can see that it is actually being put in there. Selectors Hub. That's where you can pick it up there. There's also a test recorder that you can use as well. So if I were to go to, let's go close this out, and I were to click on test rigger over here and start a new recording, I could actually go back to my beginning. We're going to go back to Best Buy over here, click on this, and then we are going to go, we'd like your feedback. No, thanks. This is a pop-up. It may or may not appear. And when you're working in automation, my one little eyeball, is that it could be something that appears. What we do when we handle those in a framework is called a hook. It's a before step hook or an after step hook. And you can have it say, hey, at every point, hey, did you see this pop up? If you do, close it. and cancel it and let it go. Test Rigger does the exact same thing. It has the ability to have test scripts execute at the beginning and then execute as a reusable rule. It's the same thing when I say reusable rule, it's the same thing we call a function or a subroutine if you happen to be working in any other test script that is out there. By the way, if you are looking to want to do some stuff in code automation, take a look at this as web automation using Playwright. If you are a Playwright person, please check this out. This is Kalish Patek. I do like to kind of get a little shout out to people about all the amazing things that they do. If you are a WebDriver I/O guy, this is my book, Enhanced Test Automation with WebDriver I/O, written between me and Larry Goddard. I just got a bunch of books that are signed from him, so now I have a whole bunch of two books with both signatures. He's in London, I'm in Chicago, and it's very difficult to get a double signed book out there. All right, so if I were to go and hit Test Rigger like this, and I'm at the beginning of this, and I want to start a new recording, I could do this, and then I could say, let's go look for a phone, Phone. I'll do that. I'll hit enter, and we get this phone, and then I want to click ready in 1 hour, and I want to click unlock cell phones for a category, and I would want to see if 649 is there. I'm going to stop the recorder over here and see what it picked up. And look what it did over here. It says, enter phone into what can I help you find today? You'll remember, I don't need the whole thing. I could just say, put it into find because it is a substring match. I could even say FIND like that and have it do that. And then I'm going to go and click ready in 1 hour. And it's March 31st. Now that's going to change tomorrow, isn't it? So I'm going to just take that off and just say click on ready in 1 hour. I also want to say click get it fast. Well, maybe I just want to have it exactly the way it is. So I could say click exactly. Look at this. This is plain English. If Paulie can type plain English. Look at that. That is an eyeball who's been sitting there looking at me for 30 minutes. I can't believe it. Now, one other thing, AI, it's 80% smart. Guarantee you. If you think AI is hallucinating all the time, it doesn't really do that. If you think it's going to do everything 100% of the time, it doesn't do that either. Especially in generative AI, if you don't give it anything to tell it about your application, your website, your requirements, it's just going to make what we call monkey testing. Navigation's over. And it doesn't matter what tool we're talking about. They all act the same way. If you don't give it anything, you get weird stuff out of it. The more accurate you can give it information, the better it is. So over here, it is doing a scroll down over here. I don't think I needed a scroll because it was sitting there all the time. So I'm going to go and clear that out, right? And it also said when I highlighted 64900, it said I want to check the page. Well, that would make sense that it wants to check the page, contains 649 on there. Now I am going to go Qbert. Qbert is where I was. No, we're not going to go do Qbert. Do you want to see me automate a video game? I don't think so. Who does automations of video games? This guy, the Dark Arts Wizard, does. I did it 20 years ago. Can you believe that? My one little eyeball. Oh, I wish my one little eyeball would just respond to me and say hello. All right, so I'm going to say this is going to be validate for a price over here. We're going to validate that. All right. And I'm going to go and say add and run. Now we're going to go take a look and take a peek at what I've got over here. And I should get validate 469. Look at this. The Automate Best Buy test, that guy finished up. And it did do a validation. It said, hey, I'm looking for that 32 and under. And look at this. It found the drop down for that. It found this guy over here. Now, this is essentially, you can find relative element location. You can say, click the element to the left of this. And it's not like objects being put next to each other, dot object, dot object, dot object, like you do in a coded sentence. You can just describe, where do you think it's going to be? Well, I think the element I'm looking for is to the left of this. It's a checkbox to the left of this. So I'm going to make two modifications. First of all, I'm going to go over here and say click checkbox, checkbox box to the left of this. And I'm going to update and retest that. And then we're going to go take a look around. This guy, he failed. Now, what did he fail on? I'm not happy with it because I don't actually remember clicking on ready in 1 hour. So what did we do that was different when we used that recorder? I think I deleted the wrong thing. So I entered phone into find. Let's go take a look and see what did we get. We're going to take a look over here. And what did Polly do? It did say put phone into find. Okay. And I think we want to put in an enter just like we did before. So we're going to do enter like that. We're going to do that. And we're going to undo that. There we go. And I think the ready in 1 hour was in there. I'm going to do double check and see if I can go back on this and find that ready in 1 hour that I recorded on. And I don't actually, I'm going to take a look and see ready in. Do we have a match? I do have a match. Ready in 1 hour is right there. And if I click on it, oh, look, I click on it. It does not turn on the radio on the checkbox. I actually have to hit the element to the left of it. So let me go do that. Click. We're going to say element to the left of ready in 1 hour. And I'm going to go and click on update and retest. And already this guy over here, he's done. 32 seconds, all taken care of. And what did we do? Look at this. Now, when I asked to say to click the checkbox to the left of 32 and under, it got that radio box. Did it click it? Did it hit it? It certainly did. I got a checkbox on that. Isn't that amazing? My one little eyeball. Is your mind blown? No. Okay, fine. And then the other thing we wanted to do was to check on, let's see, what was the last thing? We're clicking on the, but we're not validating anything. We definitely want to validate something over here. So we want to validate that Dura Pro. I want to validate that. Where's that Dura Pro? I want to go and find that phone. And we will go and say ready in 1 hour. And we'll hit enter. And we should get the Dura phone up here. Really? Oh, it's not. It's not in, it's Washington, D.C. is where it's actually searching, but I'm actually located in Chicago, so it's not going to give me the exact same items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it right off of here. Rollable Smart Touch Screen. Rollable Smart Touch Screen. Rollable Smart Touch Screen. So I'm going to go and do a quick edit over here and say check page contains rollable screen. I didn't get that whole thing, did I? I'm going to validate and save. Just double check because I missed a word. I know I missed a word. I know. Rollable smart touch screen. Rollable smart touch screen. I will go back over here and say quick edit. Rollable smart touch smart. Touch. Oh, TOU, I hit the caps lock, touch screen, and I'm going to go update and retouch. Remember that isn't the whole thing. It is actually a Dura Pro 32-inch class Durago rollable, but I'm only doing the match on the substring, and I also made the word touch. If you do that, my little eyeball, if you do that, then you're going to end up with just one in an automation script. You're going to end up maintaining and updating the reusable rule. You probably won't have the code that is clever enough to figure out that, oh, the uppercase and the lowercase doesn't matter, and it wants to have that. Now, this guy's chugging away. Let's go take a look at what this guy's saying here. It's saying ready in 1 hour. Did I see ready for pickup in 1 hour? How about ready for pickup? Did I do it right? Enter to do ready in 1 hour. Ready. How about ready for pickup? All right. Ready for pickup in one. I'm going to just say it, leave it like that. We're going to hit update and retest. Now I got two of these tests going on here. You know what else you can do with Test Rigger, which is kind of cool, is that you can update. You can put in data and add in a a text or a multi-line element, and you can data drive test cases like this. You can actually data drive and then have a whole bunch of the test cases running in parallel. So I'm going to go back over to my test case, and maybe I have enough time to run things in parallel. I'm going to go see if I can find myself a script file. I'm going to look for superheroes. I like superheroes. And we're going to see if we can get some superheroes in here to buy some stuff over there at, let me go search over here. We're going to do this superhero. I know you don't see me typing. I really do try to keep a little bit of my life private, but I do have a superhero listing. Let's see if I open this up. We might be able to see it. Let's see. There's a bunch of superheroes. Da-da-da! We got Deadpool, we got Hulk and Ant-Man and all sorts of stuff. And they all have their real names. Well, I guess they don't have to wear masks anymore, do they? You can actually send emails to all of them because they're all at the same company, at Avengers over here. Now, if I were to go and find a test, what here? So this is the great thing. Listen, there is one thing that is common in test automation, and that commonality is things are going to break and fail. If you happen to have a test that always passes, that's probably not a good idea, especially if the entire website goes down and all the test case passes. That's not good. Let's go take a look at this. We have the automated buy, and I said go find the check page contains rollable smart touch. And let me bring it up here and check it out. Look at that. Rollable smart touch screen. It is inside with the green highlighting saying, yeah, I found it. I didn't care that touch was all capitals and it was not all capitals over here. Just still found it. No big deal. No big deal at all. Now, what it didn't do was that last element. So we still have to go and edit that. Let's go see what it was. This get it fast. I don't see get it fast over here. And this is just a copy of what the line is above. I'm going to validate and save on that. Let's go take a look at what we got out of it at the very end. Did we actually get a value of this? Well, I got a 554. So what was my last thing I'm looking for? 649. All right, so I'm going to go and do a validation on the end of here for 554. We'll do that. Actually, the validation says that they couldn't find what it was looking for. And we've got this overlay over here. I don't think that's the one we're looking for anyway. So 549 is what we're looking for. I'm going to go and do a quick edit. 549 is that. We'll do that. And hit update and retest. That guy is chugging away. I'm going to go back over to my other test over here. And this guy, he chugged away and he is actually passing. So that's good. This one needs to have a validation of 799. So I'm going to go add quick edit over here. Check page. Check that 799 is visible. Uh-oh, I typed something wrong. Visible. I can't even see. Visible. There we go. Visible. We'll go and update and retest that. And it's saying here, I don't know what you're talking about. Is visible. Let's try that. Check. Update and retest. And it says, yes, we're good with that. Check that it is visible. So it's going to go and do that. I'm going to go back over to this guy over here and see if we are getting the amount. Hey, look, I got a green. All right, 620. This is cool. Let's go take a look, see if we actually got that. Hey, there it is. It's right there. I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm going to go zoom in a little bit more. There's our zoom. We said check the page contains 549. Did you see me use XPath, a CSS, write any code? Absolutely not. If you can type, click add to cart, you could probably start writing all your test cases in TestRigger today. So it's a kind of a cool application and tool. Let me take a look over there and see if I still have my one little eyeball. One little eyeball is still out there. Hey, I appreciate you for hanging in there and checking it out and watching this. If you could do me a favor, one little eyeball, could you copy this link and post it somewhere? Put it onto, if you've got a YouTube channel, put it out there. If you're on LinkedIn, post it out there and say, hey, Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard, did all this crazy stuff and I can't believe it. And he did this AI validation, or just post it out there and say, look at this stuff. Repost it. It would be really, really awesome. If you want to follow me, you can take a look at youtube.com and .com. Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. And this is me over here. Younger version of me. Gears. I love Gears. And there's all sorts of crazy videos that I do. I even go and got myself transported when I was that is Riverside, Iowa, when my son was going to college. And I disappeared. Oh my gosh. Yes, I like doing all sorts of crazy things when I'm having fun. The Mr. or Mrs. Eyeball, I appreciate you looking at that and keeping an eyeball on that. So yeah, check me out. And this is how you can hack your iPhone so that you can have it respond if you say repeat directions. And wow, that's great. That's cool. Let's see. Rollable, scrollable, touchscreen, this pass. I don't have anybody talking, but I was going to say I'm going to bring add something. We're going to go to Best Buy, and from here we're going to find someplace. I have got 4 minutes left. All right, 4 minutes left. I'm going to go see if I can do this in 4 minutes. I want to go to Best Buy. I want to go to click account and create account. So I'm going to go click account. We're going to see that. I see account over there. So I'm going to go do click account. I'm going to go create, add a new test case. And this is data-driven superheroes. And I can tell I can't type and look at a screen at the same time. So I'm going to go and say click. What are we going to do over here? What do we say? We're going to go click on account and account. We're going to try that. And then we're going to go click. And we're going to go click on create account. We'll do that. Create account. All right. And then once we click on create account, it's going to ask us to put in some. I'm going to put in the first name. So I'm going to say enter Paul into first name because I don't have time to totally complete this, but we are going to parameterize this. I'm going to say add and run. And while that is going on, I'm going to go and take my data driven and I'm going to go put in, we're going to put in our superhero name. So we're going to do that. We're going to have our superheroes. We're going to go and upload. We're going to upload our test data. We're going to put in some data sets. I'm going to go add superheroes over superheroes. And if you join me tomorrow, you'll see more of this. So my one little eyeball, let everybody know. I'm going to do this tomorrow again. Here's my, we're going to close on this. I want to go to rows. I want to go add, upload a CSV file. I want to upload file superheroes. I'm going to go and browse my computer. 1 second here. We're going to go browse my computer. We'll do that and go find my superheroes. Superheroes. We will go find those. Where's my superheroes? I know I'm going to go and copy the full name to the clipboard. And I'm going to go and put in superheroes over here. Boom. And I will collect my superhero and put in. And my superhero goes right in there. I'll open the superhero, and I will go to bring up my Best Buy back over here. We'll go back to main screen, and I now have, I'm going to go continue. There's our thing. Superhero is the term I want. Continue. We'll continue the preview. We'll import now. And we have superhero. I'm going to go back to my test case. I'm going to go data drive this guy here by linking the data set, link it to superheroes. And the last thing I'm going to do is quick edit this and say, enter stored value, saved value. And we're going to say superhero into first name. And I'm going to update and retest. And this is going to blow your mind, and it'll be the last thing we do. My one little eyeball. Hopefully you're still watching over there. I hope you enjoy this little thing here. And I'm going to wait for this to reset, and then I'm going to go and view this execution because this is going to blow your mind. Remember, I said put Paul in here, but I actually went to a data set row and told it to put in the superhero. And over here, it's putting in Paul. But now we're going to go and take a look at this execution. And I'm going to take a look and see if we get a whole bunch of these running in parallel. I hope we come in and get them in parallel. And we're going to go get that. I'm going to go back over here, and I will take a look at it from this side. And let's see. It already passed. But here it is. All this. This is Wade Wilson. Who signed in here? Deadpool signed in over there. All right. Who else do we have? Ant-Man. Who signed in over here? Ant-Man is a superhero over there. Who else do we have over here? Black Widow. This is going to say Black Widow signed in. And yes, that is our demo of all these test cases ran in parallel, which is really, really cool because then you can see all of the test cases that were done all at the same time and everything completed and passed. And ain't that cool? Hey, thank you very much, my one little eyeball, for watching us today. If you get a chance, please share this video. And thank you very much, everybody, for watching. And have yourself a great day. This is the Dark Arts Wizard signing off.